How's everybody doing? Welcome back to the compound. It's been a while since I made a video. It's winter, so there's not a ton of work going on, and I could use a much needed break. I took about 20 days off, like a week for Thanksgiving, and then from like Christmas to basically a week ago, we did a couple small jobs. But as some of you might know, I bought a Husqvarna T540 on a job last year where I ended up burning up a bar on my Echo, and I needed a bigger saw anyway. My 200 is still down. I'm still kind of like playing with it. It's not ready for prime time, and I can no longer rely on it as a saw to go to work every single day. It's still a really fun saw to run, but it's not a prime time saw anymore. So I got a T540 Mark III, and I sent it out like I do all of my saws, and we got it ported. And I think Redbeard does an absolutely fantastic job. And we're gonna do a little unboxing video. Oh, Nick, thank you. You sent us a couple little sticker packet, some little tiny, what are those, little pins? Oh, dude, thanks a lot. Nick, really appreciate it. This is my third saw. His packaging quality has gone way up. Not that they were packed bad before, but this is like, I love that. I'll let somebody's kids have fun with that. We got a nice little plastic bag, nothing in there. Just want to double check. Got a little more paper. I don't think there's anything left in the box. Nope, we're good. So this is a Husqvarna T540 Mark III, and boy, did he do a nice job. Just the way it comes, it's all like done and nicely put together. We got I believe this is the West Coast exhaust. Got the West Coast dogs, and we're gonna have to put some fuel in it. So give me a second, we'll get a little bit of fuel. Go get a little bar oil. I do like these Husqvarna caps. Big fan. So let me go get that. I'll be right back. All right, let's put the bar oil in. I like the DGP. I've had really good luck with it. I think it's a good product. There you go. Little bar oil. Yeah, the Husqvarna caps, I think they might have the best caps. The steel ones drive me nuts, and the Echo ones are just too basic. You can't please everybody. And this is Echo Red Armor at a 40-1 mix. I've fooled around. I got some AMSoil too. I play around, but in the ported stuff, I really seem to like the Red Armor the best. But it's even got the nice little Redbeard saw sticker on it. All right, let's get her a few pumps. Put it in. There's no bar on it. We'll do that here in a second, but let's just. Wow. We're gonna need these. Now, in my experience with this saw so far, I thought it was okay, but it really lacked feedback in the throttle initially from the factory. And I think that's just, I've been running ported saws now for, oh boy, 3 years, primarily ported saws, and I don't care what anyone says, there's a difference. There is a slight difference. And if you like your saw just to have a little bit more get up and go, then I think you gotta get imported. It's worth the money. You know what? It makes it special. And that's the thing that I don't like about battery technology. They don't feel special. And I think that's everyone's biggest problem, honestly, with a lot of battery saws. They don't have, there's no like personality to them. They're just like a saw that, like, you go to your hardware store or wherever you might get it, or they're good. Like, there's a lot of really good ones. I've run a bunch. I've demoed a few. I've done some product testing, and now I think this chain is missing a link, because boy, is it a pain in the butt to get on. Me and Bill at Steel City Mower and Plow basically cut ourselves. I'm going to do it again, so I might as well just put gloves on. I might go buy another 16-inch chain for this saw. Boy, this makes you look like you have no clue what you're doing when you can't get a chain on a bar. It's like, oh, you gotta take the tension off, blah, blah, blah. You shut up. It's just a really tight fitting chain. I don't know if they're all like that or just this chain that I bought, but it does cut pretty good. And I didn't even cut my hands. Get that on there. Oh, Jesus. Come on, come on. Come on, play along. Play along, be nice. Real world, this is what it looks like. Do, 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 do. Left my ratcheting scrunch in the truck. Those are so nice. What the fudge? Is that in there? Need more light. Nope, it's off. Gotta roll it back. I went too far. Nope, one more turn. Another one? Come on. There we go. Tighten that down. Let's tighten this chain up. Run the sprocket. I hate this plastic clutch cover. Just, I don't know. I feel like if you're spending this much money, give me a magnesium clutch cover. Let's just roll the chain real quick. I like to just give them a little fire and roll the chain before I assume that I have it where I want it. And sometimes they loosen up a little bit, everything kind of breaking in. This saw's only got about 2 tanks through it before I send it out. Oh, someone's calling me. Nope. Like, I feel like the cover's not all the way on, but I feel like maybe there's something blocking it. I don't know. These plastic covers, man, they seem a little cheap. Like, maybe I really gotta crank this thing down. There's like quirks. You get a new saw. Just trying to figure out the quirks. All the little idiosyncrasies. Like, see, that like cover doesn't like line up right. I don't know. Let's see. Chain's too tight. Chain's too tight. You know what? We're just going to take this off. Start over. All right. Let's line everything back up. Like, see, it just doesn't quite, like, go down in where it's supposed to. Go to your home! Like in Billy Madison. Go to your home, ball. What do you don't want to go home? This is a boring video, I'll tell you that. Watch guy failed to put bar and chain on. It's almost like I don't know what I'm doing. God damn, everything's so sharp. Okay, before I cut myself on this chain again. See, and it like goes from no tension to too much tension in like that's like an eighth of a turn. Yeah, that's acceptable for chain speed. All right, let's go outside. Since we're not filming, let's turn the heater back on. There we go. Little floor heater. It was snowing. Oh, it stopped. Whew, shop is looking kind of still Christmassy, nice wintry. I got the work truck running, just trying to melt the snow off. But I got a couple of nice rounds. Everything up here right now is pretty big. But as you can see, yeah, we'll cut through that. We'll see what happens. Let me set you up. Whew, it is. It's about 14 degrees. So we'll let it get a little warm. back inside through a chain. Well, I found my issue. The bar, here I'll try to, let's get you in some really good light. The bar on the inside of this is bent. I'm guessing, I don't know if you can see that, but the little worm gear, it's jumpy. It's not smooth, and the bar is rotating from side to side inside this little worm gear system, so it's not tensioning properly. So I'm probably gonna have to go and get a new worm gear assembly for the clutch cover, but let's see if we can put it back together one more time and try to fire it up and make a couple cuts where it's not, the chain's not slipping because this worm gear's not grabbing. I don't care if we destroy a chain or a bar. It is what it is. That's the cost of doing business. All right, we're back on attempt number 2. All right, let me line you up. How we looking? Let's get a little bit down. Nice. Okay, same wood, same saw. Give her a minute to warm up. I didn't touch the rakers at all, just kind of ran a quick file over it. So, what do we learn about the T540 Mark III? Well, it doesn't feel like it's fully alive yet. It's definitely not fully broken in. Like I said, this is the 3rd tank that this saw has had. It's kind of irresponsible to judge it that early. I definitely need a new worm gear for the clutch cover. That gear is bent, so I'll have to run out to the saw shop. Maybe I'll have some time tomorrow, can run out, order one, or see if they have one in stock off a current saw. But it's definitely something in this assembly, and because it's not lining up right and the bar's bent, it's pushing on the bar, and as the chain's breaking in, the chain's losing tension, and I realize it's pushing the clutch cover out, and because the clutch cover's made of plastic, which, if I had to fault Husqvarna for one thing right out the gate, it is the plastic clutch cover. Like, it's a pro saw. Like, I don't know. It's the only thing about this saw that feels really cheap is this plastic clutch cover and how it has like no metal reinforcement in it. And when I might have to get a whole new cover because it looks like it might have tweaked the cover a little bit. I took it apart, but like the front's magnesium, everything else feels really solid. It runs good. Let's get 10 tanks through it, and then we'll give it an honest review. And I got some jobs coming up. We'll fire it up. We're gonna try out the 40-to-1 mix for a few tanks, and if it doesn't seem like it's coming alive, I'll try the AMSOIL 70-to-1 and see if that brings it around. But man, it's a good build. Nick does a great job. I mean, it's still hot, but if it fires up on the first pull, this is a great saw. This is really going to allow me to go to some bigger work. I've been tiptoeing in the crane foot place for a little while, and my 2511, it's hot, it cuts fast, but a lot of times I don't feel like it's enough saw for what I'm getting into, and I kind of want to go to the next level, and my climbing skills have really improved, and I've been working with a couple guys that feel really comfortable doing crane work, and I just feel like I need a little bit more of a bigger saw if we're going to start getting into some bigger crane work and some bigger picks. And this, I think, is an avenue to get me into it, and then, you know, see where it goes. Maybe I become a Husky guy, but I'm waiting for that 564 to come out. I can't wait to see that in stores because I am going to buy one and run it stock for a little bit and then get it ported 100%. But all right, thanks for hanging out. I'll get a new chain. We'll do some test cuts, and until next time, we'll catch you around.